Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Contro podcast. I'm Chino. I got my boy Mahomes in the back. This is my boy Mansor over here. Introduce yourself, my brother.
My name is Mansor. You already know what's behind me, Bills Mafia, baby. If you follow me on Twitter, then you already know that this podcast was way overdue. But we out here right now. We about to make it happen. Me and my boy Chino right now.
About to make it happen still. If you guys want to know what this podcast is about, we're going to be covering some sports topics, anything from score predictions, new sports headlines, and upcoming playoff fixtures, whether it's NFL, NBA, and other sports that we're interested in. We're also going to be covering politics as well. We're going to be covering some conspiracy theories and also life talks as well. So there's going to be quite a bit of variety on this podcast over here. And we're also going to be covering our betting for the podcast as well. So anything from money line, over, under, spread betting, and parlays of the week as well. So
Yeah. So essentially, depending on when this podcast does get posted, we'll essentially give like two or three picks. What me and Chino think is going to happen in the upcoming week. And we'll go halves on the parlay. I just told him right now. So that way, if we're making money, you guys will be making money. We're just trying to help, mans. A lot of people ask me and they need they need some evidence before they want to like listen to me and whatnot. So I'm gonna show you guys right now that me and my boy Chino, we know what we're talking about.
yeah, just to let you know, this is not financial advice. We're not liable for any
Yeah,
money we
yeah,
may
yeah.
lose
We're not
in
responsible.
these podcasts.
We
Trust me,
bet
we're not.
smart. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're still in uni. We're still in school.
Exactly.
We're still
Don't,
working jobs. So it's not like we're just blowing money. You know
fam,
what I
don't take
mean?
your OSAP and put it in a parlay of the week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't do that. You don't want to do that.
Nah, but this week we're going to be covering the upcoming NFL wildcard playoffs. So
Mm-hmm.
there's some interesting games this week. First, on the Saturday, we have the Rams and the Packers, the Ravens and the Bills. And then on the Sunday, we have the Browns versus the Chiefs. And then we have Tampa Bay versus New Orleans. So NFC South matchup over there. So we're just going to kick it off right here. For me, I don't personally have much confidence in the Rams. So I think the Packers should completely destroy them, in my personal opinion. And for my key players to watch, I'm going to go with some different players actually from you. So
Mm-hmm.
my key player is going to be on the ground because I think that they need to dominate on the ground, keep possession of the ball,
Who?
and wrap it up, the Packers. So my key
Mm,
player to watch for the Packers is going to be Aaron Jones. We're going to see
the
how
other
he
Aaron. The other Aaron.
exactly. We're going to see how he
Mm-hmm.
matches up against that Rams D line. That stout D line. They have some good players on that D line, so he's got to get the O
Very
line.
dangerous front seven.
Exactly. So the O line has to really contribute to this game. Aaron Jones has to be good on the ground. And then for the Rams, the key player I want to watch is Jalen Ramsey, how he's going to
Mm.
match up against Devontae. So
Yeah.
he has to come through because if he doesn't, then Devontae is gonna have a game. So Jalen Ramsey is definitely the player to watch for me on the Rams.
Yeah, just to add on to that, if we're kicking it right away, I'm gonna go with that as my key matchups to watch out for as well,
Yeah,
because that's gonna be dangerous. Seeing Jalen Ramsey and Devonte Adams, two different type of, they don't complement each other. One's more physical, the other one's a little bit more,
fin-
elusive.
yeah, finesse.
Adams is more
Devon-
finesse. It's gonna be fun to watch. A lot of
Adams is
flags
one
gonna
of the
be thrown.
best.
That's all I'm gonna tell you.
He's one of the
A
best
lot of
route runners in
flags.
the game. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that. My boy 14 over here might disagree, but he definitely up there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Bills Mafia knows what I'm talking about.
you're not taking Stephon over Devontae.
Right now,
Chill.
this season, of course I am, man. What do you mean? One has Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball, the other one has Josh Allen. And
So what you say?
let's
Josh
not
Allen is a
forget, no, no, let's
throwback.
not forget what the people were saying. I'm talking about, the vast majority of the NFL viewers, not Bills Mafia, because Bills Mafia, we've been new. We've been new this. I told you this 3 years ago. I said Allen is a raw talent. He'll develop. Give him a true number one. We got him a true number one, and you know what happened? You know what I mean? First in
Honestly,
the
I can't
league
even
in reception
can't even
yards,
lie.
first in the league in yards. Come on, man.
Yeah, Anthony Lowe still. I was a
Come on,
hater.
man.
I was a hater.
I know
I
you
was a
were, but it's
big
okay. I
hater.
forgive you.
I was a
You
big
know what I
hater.
mean? Because I was a Pats hater, and even though they were winning, but just because you guys were my rivals,
Yeah,
couldn't
nah.
really say
I
much
was a
back
hater, but
then. But
I still personally think Devontae Adams is a better route runner, and I take him right now
it's debatable.
over
You definitely,
Devontae.
it's
But
so debatable.
it's
That
not.
is so
It's really not.
debatable.
It's really not. I mean, if we're being
All right,
real
let's put it
here,
like this: one's the best route runner in the AFC, one's the best route runner in the NFC.
exactly.
If we were to have a Bills versus Packers Super Bowl, which you know what I mean, it's most likely
It's
gonna
not
happen.
happening. It's not
Then,
happening.
then
This boy right here is
we'll
not
come
letting that
back, and
happen.
we'll make another segment based strictly off that.
Say
How's that
less.
sound,
This man right here is not letting that happen though.
bro?
He's not
I
letting
don't
that
think you know who
happen.
number 17 is, bro.
He's
That's the
not letting
MVP of
that
the
happen.
league, bro.
He's
That's the
not letting that
MVP of the
happen.
league. Come
He's
on,
not.
man. Getting me
Trust me.
mad tight right now, son. Come on, B. Don't we just getting started? I don't want to go down there just now.
This guy did
Let's
not
next
just
topic.
fix his hat. Holy. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the next game. We're gonna go Ravens versus the Bills. What are your key players to watch, not matchups?
And people are gonna think like I'm picking the most basic guys, but I honestly do think the game is up for these two to take. Josh Allen and Lamar.
Yeah,
Both of them are 1-1 in the playoffs. Actually, Lamar is 1-2. His
yeah.
first year in the playoffs that doesn't count. But I'm talking about him like actually being a starter. I'd
Mm-hmm.
say I'd look at his record as 1-1. Josh Allen too. Both had like somewhat iffy playoff games last year, and this year they both proved that they're here to stay. Um, they're two completely different type of running quarterbacks. Sorry. Lamar's like the Lamborghini and Josh Allen's like a fucking G wagon. You know what I mean? That's how I view the two. You know what I mean? And
Josh Allen is a truck. He's a F one
and
fifty.
and let's be real. The Ravens pass rush is amazing. They blitz a lot. Number one in the league, and Josh Allen Josh Allen's O line I think is ranked ninth. So they have a somewhat decent O line compared to the previous years. So
Yeah,
no excuses. Both offensive lines healthy. It is going to be snowing, and if that is, then that means Lamar's not going to throw the ball at all. And I don't think he can. They're last in the league at passing, and I don't think they
yeah,
can throw against our secondary. Trey White, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, Levi Wallace, Josh Norman. I and in that weather, I don't think he's going to do it. The run game is what I'm scared for. So I just want to see how those guys are going to play. Are they going to be themselves, or are they going to try to be someone they're not? Is Lamar going to throw the ball, or is he going to stick to what he's good at? Is he going to run it? Is Josh Allen going to maybe try to extend the pocket a bit more and create plays that are necessary there, or is he going to make this right passes? So it's
yeah,
like literally up to the QBs in this one, and that's why I think that's the key matchup.
yeah. I'd have to agree with you as well. I think Josh Allen should be able to come up for the Bills. Lamar Jackson, I don't know. I don't know about this game. It's not a matchup that I favor him in because, like you mentioned, the Bills have a really good defense. And if you take the weather into consideration, the receivers won't be as effective, right? So I would be watching out as to how Lamar is going to attack them in the passing game. And I think he has to
Mm-hmm.
do it through his tight ends. So it's going to be a lot down the seams and a lot of him running. I don't think Hollywood can cut it on the outside. And I don't think the other receivers are going to be able to, compete with the Bills. So I think Lamar really has to do a good job on the ground. And I don't personally see him tearing up the Bills like that in a cold weather game where the corners can actually come up, bump the receivers, play a bit more physical, and they can actually try and contain Lamar. Of course, Lamar is not unstoppable, but
Mm-hmm.
I think you can contain him. So personally, my matchup is to watch Lamar Jackson, how he overcomes that Bills defense, and Josh Allen, how he steps up to that play, and whether he can prove
Mm-hmm.
himself as that
Exactly. Again,
upper echelon of quarterback. You know what I mean?
agreed. Well
Yeah,
said.
for sure.
But just to add on to what you said, people were a little bit scared about the Bills' pass rush because they're up against who? The Colts? Quinn
Yeah,
Nelson, the best
yeah,
fucking offensive line in the league? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson got sacked, I think maybe once again with or twice by the Titans, and they have the worst pass rush in the league. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I think if they can pressure Lamar early in the game, make him uncomfortable, make him throw the ball, the Bills would do very well. I don't think Josh Allen has much to worry about other than the blitz,
Yeah.
and
They can definitely rattle him. And
they can.
I thought that the Titans threw that game away, to be honest, because I don't know, they were in the lead, and then even when Baltimore scored, they evened it out. They still had a chance to, tie the game later down the line, and it's Tannehill. Like, you can't really expect too much out of him. So I wasn't too disappointed in the Titans, but I'm like, if any better team had that opportunity, I personally think they would have beat the Ravens. So I see the Bills being a lot better in that situation than the Titans were. The
Same.
only
Well
thing
said.
is the Bills running backs have been a bit sus for me this year, so we're gonna have to see how they
Yeah.
can stay to the play.
But to be fair, they do a lot of play action, and their running backs are they're extremely weird. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's a good 1-2 combo, but we don't run the ball nearly as much as we should, right?
yeah,
We don't kind of get our running backs into that rhythms, like just how QBs need to get into that rhythm. Running backs need to get those big plays, in until
yeah,
they really start get it going.
yeah.
And
No,
I don't think Dayball's offense is built like that. You know,
yeah.
their
When I've
running game
watched
is just good enough for the front seven to bite on the play fake.
play actions,
Therefore, the play actions, you find Brown, Beasley, Diggs wide open, right?
yeah, nah, for sure.
And
When I've watched them, like, seems like they go away from the run game too quickly.
they do.
Like, if
You're right.
yeah, if
Hmm.
Singletary has like 2, 3 bad runs in a row, they're not letting him
Yeah.
touch the again. And you can't do that with running backs because they need like
Hmm.
those 5, 6, 7
6, 7 yards
carries to
until they
get
get
going.
that burst, that 10+ yard going, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
So
You're completely right. And also, if you think about it, Zach Moss got injured, right? He's on IR. You know who the Bills signed today? This morning, I think.
yeah,
I don't
Devontae
even,
Freeman.
yeah, Devonta Freeman, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of, I mean, he's not bad, but he's definitely no Moss, because Moss is, even though he's a rookie, I think he was really productive for us. He was really moving the chains for the
hmm,
Bills. The Bills are in third. No, sorry, first and third down conversions. So
yeah. No, I think Devontae is going to be decent in the passing game though. So that's what I would watch out for. Those little dump offs when Allen can't really find someone down the field. He can, come out on
yeah,
those routes and, help them out. Get those
yeah,
extra yards. It might not be those third down conversions, but it can maybe take you from a 2nd and 8 to a 3rd and 5 or a third and
yeah.
four. You
The
know what I
Bills have
mean?
been really impressive on third downs, though. They really move the chains.
Yeah.
Time
Uh,
management is going to be huge, bro, for both teams.
teams, yeah.
Whichever team controls the clock more, I feel like will win the game. It is that close. Vegas has it at two, -2, meaning that they don't know who the fuck's gonna win this game,
Yeah. They have no
right? They
clue.
literally don't.
Yeah.
The Bills are favored, but more people are saying that Ravens are gonna win. They're 51%. You
It's
know,
2.5 now.
is it 2.5?
Yeah. They
But that's
changed.
still 2.5 is like eh, by
Yeah.
a field goal or less.
Yeah. That's nothing. That's nothing. I don't know. I personally have the Bills coming away with that one.
Same. We'll
Yeah.
we'll save the score predictions. We'll save that, bro.
Yeah. Well, no,
Run
we'll
it
get the
down.
score predictions.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
get
we'll run that down right away.
Yeah. Since we
Um,
already went with the key matchups for the previous game, let's just continue with this over here. So,
mhm.
what are your key matchups for this game? We already got key players, so now we're gonna go key matchup for this game.
Is that even a question, bro? Jalen Ramsey and Devontae Adams. That's
No,
who
for
I
the
want to
previous game.
see.
No, for the previous game.
What
That
previous
was for the
game?
previous game. Yeah. So for this game,
Oh, for the Bills and Ravens?
yeah, for the Bills
Key
and Ravens.
matchups?
Yeah.
Ah.
Marcus Peters.
Honestly, I think Diggs will cook him. I don't think no one can guard 14 right now in the league. No
Damn.
one. Maybe Tre'Davious White, maybe his own teammate.
Damn. You're
No
gas.
one can guard Diggs. Just look at his fucking numbers. He is so crisp this year. His route running is on fleek, bro. I am not even over exaggerating. Anyone who watched every single Bills game will tell you the same. You
fam.
know,
But you think
I don't
someone can
even.
guard Devontae Adams right now?
Pardon?
But you think someone can guard Devontae Adams right now?
Trey White. Trey White, bro.
It's bugging.
Come on, bro. Trey White.
No,
Maybe not
no.
maybe Xavier Howard. I don't know. Maybe the one of those two. Not I think Xavier Howard's overrated. He had a good year, but he's nowhere near
Yeah,
the corner that Trey is. You know,
yeah. Trey's
he
one of
was
the best.
McDermott's first pick. He was McDermott's
Yeah,
first pick, and he takes that to heart every day. You know what I
yeah. No,
mean? He goes
he's
hard
solid.
for McDermott.
He's solid.
Solid corner. He got drafted over Mahomes. We picked Trey over Mahomes. That's how good of a player he is. So I would never tell you that Trey's not good, because then I'll have to reminisce on not getting fucking Patrick Mahomes. So Trey was definitely worth that pick. So
Yeah, but I don't think
could definitely guard
Patrick Mahomes
Adams, in
would
my
have
opinion.
excelled as much in the Bills' offense as he did. Kansas City is literally the perfect situation right now. Like as well, he didn't come in as a rookie, but as a second year quarterback, and then into his third year as well.
He
You can
had the
have,
O line and the weapons in front of him before any other QB did, right? So
yeah. So you could really see his talents right away. You could see it right away. So
mm,
nah, he's an amazing player. But
I would have to go. I wouldn't go Peters and Diggs. I'm sorry. I know that's
that's
probably what
mine.
you're gonna say.
That's mine. Yeah.
That's yours. I'll let you go. Explain to me why you think that's the key matchup.
Nah, I think Peters has something to prove. Man's been disrespected a bit. When he was in LA, he wasn't playing as well, right? And then he came over to the Ravens. He's been all right. I think he could be better. So I think this is the game where he just has to step it up a bit more and contain Diggs, because you're like you've already said, Diggs is a machine this year. He's been producing at an unreal level. So someone has to step up and eventually try and slow him down. And I think Marcus Peters, he's got Marshawn Lynch behind him telling him about Stephon Diggs. So, yo, the dog is going to come out of him. Trust me, this week, the dog is going to come out of Marcus Peters. Stephon Diggs is not going to be shut down by any means, but I think it's going to be a good matchup, nice physical matchup. And yeah, it's going to be the key matchup for me to watch for this game. Yeah. What about you?
I think I'm gonna go. It's a little bit different. Greg Roman versus Leslie Frazier. I'm gonna go the OC versus the DC. Let me tell you why. Greg Roman is known for what? Quarterback runs, quarterback sneaks, all of that type of stuff. A lot of running plays. Leslie Frazier is known
Yeah,
for his nickel formation, and what's that not good against? Run plays.
right.
So I really
Yeah,
want to see what Frazier can do. I really want to see if we're gonna fuck up and do the same thing we did with the Colts. So
yeah,
that's what I'm gonna be looking out for. That's the matchup I want to see. I like looking at coaches' point of view, seeing their tactics, the way they utilize their playbooks and all of that,
yeah.
right? And that's gonna be the one I'm more excited for, to be honest, than Peters and Diggs. I mean, come on, bro. I promise you, Diggs is gonna have 80 plus yards. He can't get
I don't know about
120. He
that.
can't get a buck 20 every fucking game, but you know what I mean?
This guy is relax.
Bro,
This
dude,
thing is
bro, I'm
about to
about
get.
to,
This thing is about
bro.
to get a solid
Saturday,
40
what if I
yards
told you
now.
Saturday I kick my mom out the house and there's a fucking lockdown? I say, yo, mom, me and my pops are gonna stay in the living room. I don't want you coming in. I don't want you walking to the kitchen. I don't want you just entering like stay in your room, please. I'll buy you food. I'll do whatever you want, but I'm gonna be so pumped up for that game.
Guy's
You
gonna be
know,
tense when
I'm gonna throw
Lamar
on my
scores that
jersey.
first. When Lamar scores that first touchdown, guy's gonna be heated. He's gonna be texting
Hey
me.
man, if you realize a lot of these games, I don't tweet until the later portions of the games, right?
Yeah,
Where you kind of have an idea, okay, where the game is going.
where it's
The
headed.
first
Yeah,
half, I am locked in, phone turned off, and I'm just
watching.
focused in. I'm analyzing everything. I'm trying to see what we're doing good, what we're doing wrong. If we're gonna be like this throughout the entire game, or is it
Yeah,
just like a bad drive? Is this a good drive? I like analyzing the game. I like going in deep. So definitely it's gonna be a fun weekend, bro, for
man.
sure.
Football games are long, bro. Like you really have to sit down and watch the game. I don't think you can just casually watch it like that. You have to sit down and watch the game. So I know how you feel with that. I think the Bills should start off well. They're going to be at home, used to everything, and I think they'll start off well. So we'll see how the Ravens react to that as well. But I don't think Diggs is going to be cooking Peters. I think you're just living off
Bro,
that Diggs.
if AJ Brown was cooking Peters, I mean, we seen what AJ Brown did in the first half. I'm not saying that he's not going to contain him. He could potentially contain him. I just don't think there's any DB that can guard Diggs right now. He's in form. Allen's not in form. I'd say he's a bit under, but Diggs, first team All Pro. Come on,
Yeah,
first time in his career. He's having a career year, bro. He was
yes.
he was top 10. I was telling you and Mikhail before the beginning of the year. I was telling you guys he's a top 5 wide receiver in the league. You guys were telling me, nah, bro.
Damn, I wasn't believing it.
You didn't want to
I was
believe
not
it,
here. I
bro.
was not trying to
You
hear
didn't
it,
want to
fam.
believe it. I was telling you, fam. I said Diggs is like they really picked Thielen over Diggs. And
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
That's
how.
that's something else.
Shout him,
But
shout him, Brandon Bean for getting Diggs. That
yeah,
was huge for us. That's the
that was
reason
a
why we're here.
that's one of your
He
best
made
moves.
Allen better.
That's one of your best moves that you made in a while, bro.
Ever since Bean and McDermott came 4 years ago, that's when the Bells went through like a revolution, bro.
Yeah,
Now it's all trust the process.
man. I thought you guys were gonna be trash for longer, to be honest,
Nah, I
but
knew we'd be good, bro.
it is what it is. Let's move on to the next game.
Yeah.
So we have the Browns and the Chiefs on the Sunday. So it's 3:05 kickoff, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Is it?
Yeah, should be. I don't know. I don't know the time zones because we're operating on two different time
And
zones.
it's in Kansas City.
Yeah, it's in Kansas City. What are you thinking for key players to watch for the game for each side?
Nick Chubb definitely for Cleveland.
Yeah.
I want to see how he abuse. Well, the duo, I should say, they're kind of a punch now. That's why it's so
Yeah.
elite. They have the most elite running backs in the league. Chubb
Yeah.
and Hunt, there's no other duo and remotely close to Chubb and Hunt,
No,
in my
we can't
opinion. They're
close
so
that.
far much better than any other running back. Well, not any other running back individually. I'd like to say as a punch,
As a duo.
as a
As a duo.
1-2 duo, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you can put Kareem Hunt on any team and he'd be the starting running back
Mm-hmm.
potentially. He's that
Fam.
good. He never fell off in KC. He just had a little injury. That's
Yeah.
all it
Yeah.
was. You know.
Fam, you take it in, like, I think combined, they've rushed for about 1,900 yards
That's
combined.
fucked. That's
Yeah.
fucked, bro.
It's pretty mad because
The way
Chubb,
those guys are playing right now.
yeah, Chubb is at 1067 with 12 games started for the year. That's crazy. And then Kareem Hunt is at 841 with 5 games started in the year. So, and then 12 TDs from Chubb, 6 TDs from Hunt. Bro, that duo is insane. That duo is insane. So,
Yeah, and what makes him more interesting is Kansas City's run D isn't that good. Like they have
it's
Chris
not.
Jones, but their team is they have playmakers. I tell people KC defense, they have playmakers, but they're not good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually a poor run D. So I want to see if Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt can abuse that because that's the only way Cleveland has a chance of winning this game.
Yeah,
Only way. I'm sorry, Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, is not going to win you the game. You know,
he's not.
he's not, bro.
He's too
Run, run,
inconsistent.
run. Play action, hard play action over the top. That's pretty much what you can do. That's all you
Yeah,
can do with Baker.
yeah.
And that's what he's proven. You
Baker
know,
is just very inconsistent. Not even game to game, but through the course of the game, he's an inconsistent player.
but you
He
can't
might
blame
have a
him.
really no, I can't blame him, but that's who he is, right? So I don't think he'll be able to go touchdown for touchdown with Patrick Mahomes. It's not happening. Not in a million
In
years.
order to beat KC, you're gonna have to put up points, and the only way
A
these guys are
lot.
gonna put up points is if they control the clock and they run the shit like a shit ton, bro.
Yeah. They have to run that
And
ball well.
I think you know what they're gonna do, bro. I think even Cleveland themselves know that they have to run the ball
Yeah.
majority of the time in order to actually do something. Because, bro, let's not get too hyped. First playoff win in what 20 some years. Yeah, sure. Like Buffalo
Against the
reacted the same way,
Steelers.
but a lot of the fans kind of know what's up. Like we're not even that amped. Cleveland's
Yeah.
moving like they won the fucking Super Bowl or they're the AFC. They're in the
Bro,
fucking
that's their Super Bowl, fam.
yeah, bro.
That's
Come
their
on, man.
Super Bowl.
Let's be real, bro. Come on,
That's their Super Bowl. I don't think they're gonna be able to match up, but that's why you said the running backs are the key players to watch, and
man.
I'm gonna go with that as well for the Browns because that's the only way they even come within spitting distance
Mm-hmm.
of the Chiefs is if the running backs have the games of their lives,
Yeah,
control the
I
ball
agree.
well, convert on third down, keep the chains moving through the run game,
Yeah,
give
everything
Baker
through the
manageable.
basically just everything has to be through the run game. So that's really
Yeah,
what I'm looking for. That front seven of KC versus the running backs. I
yeah.
think we will hit the spot on that one. Who do you
Mm-hmm.
got for KC?
KC, KC. Just watch my boy Mahomes. That's what I'm telling you, pal. Just watch my boy Mahomes. How he dissects, and demolishes the Cleveland Browns defense is going to be a sight to see. He's the heart and soul of that team. So the Kansas City Chiefs live and die through Patrick Mahomes, right? They do. Let's be
Because
real.
last time I remember
Let's
before
be real.
Mahomes, they were still winning a few games with Alex
They weren't
Smith,
winning playoff games though,
but they made the playoffs with Alex Smith.
but he took them to that next level. And
Okay,
this team
true, but
right now,
don't say that like he came and he like built something from scratch. You
no,
know
he
what I
didn't
mean?
build it from scratch. He
It
didn't
was
build it.
kind of he's doing his job. Let's
He's
be
doing
real.
way more
Let's
than
be
his
real.
job.
Okay, bro. Deshaun Watson. If Deshaun Watson and Mahomes were to switch roles, Deshaun Watson would be a Super Bowl champ and MVP too. He's as good as Mahomes.
Not as good as
Debatable. I
he's
think
not.
he is, bro.
He's
He
not.
just he's in the worst situation. He's in the
He's
worst.
not
He's
as
in
good
the
as Mahomes, fam.
bro. He had Bill O'Brien
Bill
as his
O'Brien. That was
fucking
terrible. That
head
was
coach
terrible.
and then GM as
That was
well.
terrible.
He
Yeah.
fucked that team up, bro. He really
Bro,
did.
he
I
did
felt
something
so
else.
bad for Texans fans, but like I never really said anything because you know what I
Mikhail.
mean, because of the Kale. But I'm telling you, man,
Nah, he's
that
not as good. He's right below him, but he's
okay. I
not
don't
as
want to
good.
get off track. I don't want to get off track.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna continue off, but
yeah.
you're
Anyway, that's
saying
my key
Mahomes
player
is
to
your
watch.
guy.
That's my
Watch out
key
for
player to
Mahomes.
watch. Watch him throw the ball down the field to Tariq Hill. Tariq Hill's gonna have a monster game because of Mahomes, and I think that they're just gonna roll them over. And Mahomes is my key player to watch. Yeah,
I think I'm going with the Hill and Ward matchup.
yeah, that's gonna be
I
a good
think
one.
that's gonna be a good matchup.
I think
Um,
I think Hill is gonna get the better of him though.
he will, but yeah, who am I kidding? He probably fucking will.
He
Ward is
will.
not that. Ward is good, but I don't think he's there yet compared to like Trey and Stefan.
Mhm,
Um, like Stephon Gilmore, of course,
mhm.
fucking, and the next guys. So I don't know.
Yeah, my key matchup is gonna be the two O lines. I mean the O line and the D line, not the two O lines. So
Yeah,
the Browns O line,
line.
the Chiefs D line.
That's like
So
one of the better O lines in the league, if not the best. I think them and the
exactly.
Colts are it's debatable. It's up for grabs who has the better O line, right?
So let's see who steps up in the trenches. If the O line can get those big pushes and allow Nick Chubb to see those holes and give him time to hit the hole running, then I think they have a good chance at keeping it manageable,
Mm-hmm.
staying in the game, not getting blown out. But if the O line allows himself to be dominated by the Kansas City Chiefs D line, as you mentioned, it's not the best D line in the league. They have
It's not no.
playmakers, they make big plays, but they're not great as an overall D line. So if you allow yourself to be pushed back by that D line and you don't give Baker much time on those play actions, and if you don't allow Chubb and Hunt to hit the hole hard and they're stuttering in the backfield trying to find a hole, then I think it's going to be a rout and they're going to get blown out. So
Yeah.
that O line is going to be the key matchup for me. O line and D line. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Fair enough.
brother. The
Fair
game. This
enough.
this this is probably the game I'm looking forward to the most. Brady Breeze.
The two supporters, MAGA Trump supporters.
Bro, the Capitol
Bro.
Hill the Capitol Hill quarterbacks.
Oh man.
Man. No,
And you want to go first? Go ahead.
yeah. I was just gonna talk a bit about why I'm excited for this matchup because
Why? Well, why the fuck you
Brady
so
and
excited, bro?
Breeze, bro. They've beat the test of time. Well, at least Brady has. Breeze is looking a little shaky under the lights, if I'm being honest with you. But I know you're not trying to dispute that right now, so I'm just gonna keep going on with what I was just talking
Yeah,
about.
keep
So
keep keep going, bro.
yeah, this is two teams that they're very similar. Obviously, close records. The Saints won one more game, the same division. They played each other earlier. The Bucks didn't
They
show
played
up.
each other twice, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Saints won both times.
Yeah, exactly. The Bucks didn't show up for either game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Bucks really haven't beat any great teams. They always beat the smaller teams. So let's see how Brady can step up and deliver against the Saints this week. So my key player to watch for the Bucks is going to be Tom Brady. And he has to prove his doubters wrong because me, I was a doubter this year, even though he played on my favorite team for how many years, delivered Super Bowls. And that last season, I was seeing a lot of inconsistency, and he wasn't at that level anymore for me. But he's come to the Bucks. He's delivered them to the playoffs, second in the NFC, 11-5 record. And to me, I feel like they were a bit inconsistent this year, and it would have been a shame for him not to get to the playoffs. So he
Mm-hmm.
had to get to the playoffs. And let's see if he can deliver because the Saints, their D line, Cam Jordan, they have some playmakers on that D line. They can really get after
They do,
Brady.
bro. They
They can
can.
get after Brady. So let's see how he gets rid of the ball, how quickly he gets rid of the ball, and how composed he stays under pressure. And for the Saints, I'm gonna go with Alvin Kamara. This guy,
That
he,
that guy
he's a
right there,
stud.
bro. That's my favorite running back, bro. Sorry, I
He's
just
he's
had
a
to throw that in
stud.
there. He is disgusting, bro.
Yeah, he's a
He is
stud.
so strong. He is people take him, you know,
His
kind of lightly
balance,
because his I've seen some videos of him working out in the summer. The type of workouts he does, it pays off, man. It
yeah,
pays off, bro.
yeah. Nah,
Like his
he's a
thighs are
stud.
like humongous, bro. No homo fam, you know what I mean? But like that guy, his thighs are huge, bro. I seen like there's
Yeah,
that one play where he got tackled by like 6, 7 DBs, bro, and he wouldn't go down.
nah,
That was like some Derrick Henry-esque shit. And then when you talk about in the passing game, he's as effective, bro.
he's as effective. Yeah, he's as effective. He's certified. He's certified.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how he steps up to the plate. I think he's gonna have a big game. He's really gonna deliver for them. And this is going to be a tight game, in my personal opinion. So Kamara is going to be one of the deciding players in that game. How about you?
It's the Bucks O line for me. Like them as a
Yeah.
them as a group. And let me tell you why. There's two Tampa Bays. There's Tampa Bay and then there's Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is the one where the O line's playing amazing, where you're giving Brady, which for the good majority of his career, he's always had a top five O line. Don't say he didn't. He's always had a top five O line, and I
Not
think
for
he
his
still
entire
does.
not for
There's
his
a 1 2
entire
years in
career.
between, and let's be real, that's why he never won. So
Not for his entire
um
career. Yes,
that's the reason why he never won. When his O line was shit, he never won, you know?
when their O line coach left and they played Denver in that playoff series, and Brady came a 2-point conversion away from tying that game.
I was
And so
so amped. I was so amped when he lost that game, bro. I always, to
that's
this day, in my opinion, I like Peyton Manning more than Tom Brady, but I acknowledge the fact that Brady is better and he's the GOAT because, you know what I mean? Men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. 6 rings is unbelievable, bro. Manning struggled to get 2, you know?
Yeah.
And but there's a lot
I,
of factors that go in, but a lot of them go
there is.
are in Brady's favor. So I don't really
There,
want to. I can save that for a whole nother segment on why Tom Brady is actually somewhat of a fraud if you really think about it. But I don't want to. I don't want to get. I don't want to get into that
you
right now.
don't start
You
this right
know.
now. Don't start this right now.
So my key players. Well, not really players or key factor is probably the Bucks O line. There's two O lines that I see. One where
Hmm.
Brady has a lot of time in the pocket and one where he doesn't. And the real question is that front seven going to apply pressure? And how much I think around this point in the season, playoff times, I'm trusting Tom Brady no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I trust him more than Breeze at this point in the season. Regular season, debatable. That's why people had Tampa Bay as a wild card team, right? But they said they could potentially win the Super Bowl because they have the right pieces.
They
Now
do.
that defense was so iffy throughout the year. Started
Yeah.
off good, then shaky, then good. Then it was literally like a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
And even up until now, they picked it up. But could this be the game they ultimately crash, or are they going to continue that into an ultimate Super Bowl run?
I
You
don't know how
know?
much they picked it up because that Redskins quarterback was lighting them up.
Mm-hmm.
Heineke, fam, he had the game of
Yeah,
his life. He had the game of his
yeah.
life.
But then again, with those type of players, you don't know what to expect, right?
You don't, but fam, I think you should squash that.
That's
You're an elite defense, and they're not.
but they still won by a good amount, right?
They won by. They didn't cover the spread, did they?
They didn't cover the spread was crazy. I think it was +8,
I think
which for playoffs is kind of
it was 8.5, and they won by.
eight and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
No, like that's a decent margin. I think they could have done more.
yeah. But I'm definitely
Considering,
gonna watch the key players to watch is that O line.
yeah, I said
Gonna look
Redskins. I meant
shaky.
the Washington football team. Bro, I'll
Yeah,
never get
come on,
used to
bro.
that. I'll
I
never
don't
get
me
used.
neither, bro. Me neither. And I
Yeah,
seen the other day, I seen a t-shirt of like a native with a fucking shirt that said Caucasians on it. Bro.
yeah, no, that was jokes. That was
That
jokes.
was jokes, dog.
They should
Like
actually
that
make a.
that's how you would feel though, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Like
That
let's
is how
be
you
real. Like
feel.
why the fuck are they called the Redskins, bro?
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
he's mad.
People never said shit.
Yeah,
The
no.
entire fucking year, bro. People just stay quiet. Like they really brushed it off until like enough was enough, bro. They like
Yeah.
literally had enough. Fuck, bro. I shouldn't be laughing, bro.
Nah, I'm not laughing because of the situation. I'm just laughing
Yeah,
about the incompetence because what the hell?
mhm.
What is that, bro? Imagine if they had a team called the Pittsburgh Negroes and it was
Chill, bro.
today, bro. You'd be
Chill,
looking at them
chill,
like, what's
chill.
wrong with you?
Yeah, fam.
No,
You
you'd be
really
looking
take
at
it
them
in.
sideways. Yeah.
I know.
So I gotta get
But
that out of my head because like obviously like we've grown up on like that
uh,
name, right? So
yeah, I'm
yeah.
just excited for the league in general. The next 10 years it's going to be really really fun to watch, bro.
Yeah. I think it's moving in a good direction.
Yeah, it's moving in a really good direction and I can go so deep into why. There's so many positions that are just getting so much stronger and stronger and so much deep. Starting
Yeah.
with the most important position, the QB, right?
Yeah. No.
But
There's some
anyways,
pretty young quarterback. But I think that's a lot to get into right now.
yeah,
I'm
the
gonna
key
get
players for
your
sure though for me is the O-line. Bucks
yeah.
O-line.
And then for the Saints,
I think I have to go my boy Kamara too. I'm just excited to watch him.
yeah.
I love that guy.
Nah,
Favorite running back by far, bro. It used
he's
to be
insane.
shady up until he, left the Bills. Then I kind of transitioned over to Kamara, and I'm just happy. When he scored, he won me in my fantasy league. Did I tell you that?
Nah, you didn't.
His
Oh,
sixth
yeah, five,
touchdown,
six,
his sixth
bro.
touchdown single-handedly won me the playoffs of my fantasy for first place. After that, broski, I didn't even fucking start my lineup because it was like 99% I was gonna win.
Um,
So I have to choose him.
uh, whoever had him for fantasy in that 1 week,
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't play any other
Mm-hmm.
game, just that 1 week,
1 week, he gave you a shit ton of points, bro.
yeah,
Shit ton of
no,
points.
that was insane, bro. Because I didn't even watch the game, but I was just seeing like the updates on it, and it's like 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they didn't want him to break the record either because they didn't they give it to this guy.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hill. So I don't know, not Big Day. Sorry. Sean Payton loves that guy, bro.
Yeah. They
Yeah, he
use him
loves that.
well. You know, he takes some
Yeah,
shots. He's a tough son of a
yeah,
he's a tough son of a bitch, bro.
yeah. No, he takes
Tough
some
son
big
of a bitch.
shots, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Moving forward, the Saints are going to be interesting because people are saying this is going
Mm-hmm.
to be Breeze's last year.
Yeah.
So let's see how Jamie's Jamie's holds the fort down, bro. Because he's
Yeah.
gonna be the quarterback moving forward unless they go and draft somebody, right?
Which they can. That QB class is it's weird, right? A lot of the I'm pretty sure only two QBs or maybe three are gonna go in the first round,
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
opinion. So
yeah.
there's gonna be guys like maybe Mac Jones,
Hmm.
that could be a potential. I
So
heard something about the Patriots or the Saints potentially going for depending on where they fall into I'm being so dead ass. You better hope you don't get Mac Jones unless that O line's buffed up.
bro, don't worry. We'll get situated next year. We'll be
Mm-hmm.
back. We'll be back. Don't worry about it.
But yeah,
This is just a blip in the road.
what are your key matchups though?
The key matchups for this game. Hmm. I think it has to be Tom Brady and that Saints D line
Mm-hmm.
because, like I said, Tom Brady's gonna have to stand in the pocket, make some good throws if the O line is not gonna be up to par. You just mentioned they have two different Tampa Bay,
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay. So let's see. Depending on how the O line comes through, if they don't have the best game of their life, I personally think the Saints D line is gonna get to Tom Brady. So we'll see how quickly he gets rid of the ball, how well he can stand in the pocket, take those shots, and keep the offense progressing for Tampa Bay. So that's going to be my key matchup for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I don't know who's gonna be guarding who, you know?
Yeah.
That's the problem. I actually don't. Like who's Marshawn Lattimore gonna guard? Is he gonna guard Evans,
Yeah.
Brown,
He
or
has to get
Godwin?
he has to get Evans.
Bro,
He has to guard the best receiver.
I think the best receiver on that is Godwin as of now, in my opinion. I think
I know
Godwin.
that guy had Butterfingers last week, fam. And Evans is the better receiver, but anyhow.
It's honestly it's debatable, bro. It really is, in my
Evans hasn't
opinion.
even been
I think
healthy.
I think if Godwin wasn't hurt, he would have had a better season.
Evans
Brady kind of just
bro.
had to adjust to Evans. I feel like Godwin was his first go to his true target. His true number one, in my opinion.
Because
I'm not saying Evans is not.
Brady loves slot receivers, bro. You
Yeah,
know that.
he does. He
So
does.
obviously he's
But
gonna favor him more. But in the red zone, and when Brady needs a key play, I don't know. Evans is always that guy.
yeah,
So I think Lattimore has to get him.
yeah, that's definitely the matchup I'm going to be interested in seeing.
Yeah.
Evans and Lattimore, because Lattimore, he's good, bro. He's solid. He's
Yeah.
he can slow down Evans for
He
sure.
can.
I don't think he can guard him for the whole course of the game, but he can slow him down for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, he can. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see how he fares with him in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
Because Evans has 13 touchdowns this year, bro. A lot of them come
Yeah.
from within the red zone. So we'll see how Lattimore does, bro. He's like 6'5", 6'5" frame. How tall is
Mm-hmm.
Lattimore? Lattimore's not even 6 foot. So
Yeah, he's not the tallest, but he
yeah,
is super quick, and he's a physical corner. He
he is
really
a
is. He's not like Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey is a bit more stronger, but he's
yeah.
physical. A lot of flags will be called.
Ramsey's
You know what
bigger
I
as
mean?
well, like
Yeah, he
taller.
is. He's much bigger. Ramsey's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah. So how do you think Antonio Brown's gonna play this game, bro?
Good. Like I think he's gonna maybe 5 yards, 5 receptions, 60 yards.
Yeah,
You know,
no, nothing
um,
spectacular.
nothing spectacular. He's just kind of doing his job. He wants a ring. Let's be real. If Antonio Brown was healthy and he didn't have problems in Pittsburgh, he just stayed, he would have been the best wide receiver in the league. I've always had him and Julio in their
Yeah,
prime. It was interchangeable, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It
I like
really
Julio a
was.
bit better, but like it's
I it was weird. Some seasons, majority of the seasons, I liked Brown better. I just he was more quick. Julio was faster, of course, but Brown was just so quick. His route running was so beautiful to watch.
yeah,
Julio was
it's
kind of a freak. He was a little bit of both,
yeah.
you
No,
know?
Julio was a freak, bro.
He's like a prime Larry Fitzgerald and Calvin Johnson fused into
Yeah,
one, you
nah,
know? That
he's
like that's a good comparison in my in my point of view, bro. That's how
yeah.
I view him,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, his hands were impeccable, and his route running is still solid. His
And he was
speed at that height and that
that
size,
height,
bro.
yeah. Yeah.
You can't build a better receiver, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
But
Like Julio is the
that's
guy you
not
want.
the yeah, but that's not the same Antonio Brown, of course. So that's why I don't expect anything. And that's a push me saying 60 yards, you know. Who
Yeah.
knows? So anywhere between 40 and 100, I'd say. He could
Last week
surprise
he
people.
last week he had 49 yards.
Yeah, but three
I believe.
receptions though.
Yeah. So
More times it's getting his other receivers open too, right? Because at the end of the day, you can't just leave and you gotta leave someone open.
yeah,
Is it gonna be Gronk? Is it gonna be Godwin? Is it gonna be Evans? Is it gonna be Brown?
it's
Brady
Godwin.
has a shit ton of fucking weapons.
He
And
does.
then
So that's why he has to deliver.
and Ronald Jones, he's healthy. You can use him in the pass game. You can use him in the run game as well. And we
Yeah.
seen Leonard Fournette finally getting burns, bro. We
Yeah.
said me and you tweeted this a long time ago. We said you give Leonard Fournette a good O line, brother will
Right.
cook. He
He's
will
a
cook. He's
he's
not a pretty
legit, bro.
runner, but he can run the ball, man.
Yeah.
He's a good back.
He's a
One of the better
workhorse.
backs. Yeah, he
He's a
is.
workhorse. Yeah. And him and
When
Jones and
healthy.
that as well.
When
Yeah.
healthy, yeah.
He just hasn't been healthy this entire season.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Brady should be staying another year. So we'll see how like that offense progresses
Yeah.
like next year as well.
Hmm.
Even if they don't win this year or they don't go to the Super Bowl, we'll see how it goes. You think this guy's gonna play till 45, bro?
Brady.
Yeah,
How old is he right now? 42?
43.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hang it at 45, bro. Who knows? Maybe at the end of this year if he really wanted to.
If he wins the Super Bowl, I think he's gonna cut.
Yeah, if he wins the Super Bowl, he's gonna cut. But if he doesn't, he's gonna give it one more shot, and I think he'll know whether or not he's gonna make it, depending on
Yeah,
what his like who they re-sign, who they let go, how they draft, everything. Football so much takes it
yeah.
gets into
So many variables.
consideration, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to predict what he can do, but it let's just go with the flow. Let's say he doesn't make the Super Bowl,
Hmm.
and if anything, they improve, they re-sign some of the key pieces. I see him playing till 45. Sure, it's a possibility. But
Yeah.
if he were to win, man, he's gone. He doesn't need
Yeah.
to play, bro. That brain. Come on, man.
Bro, I'm telling you. But
Yeah.
I personally thought he would try and do that when he won his last one, bro. Like he didn't
I
need to.
think he wants seven, bro. I really think he does.
Yeah.
Like he wants to be like he gets compared to Mike. I feel like Skip Bayless gets into his head a little bit. You know, Skip says like,
Bro.
you know what I mean? I feel like the media has that
Yeah,
power over
it
some
does.
of the athletes. I'm not saying Brady gives a fuck what Skip says, no. But
Yeah.
it's like, oh, like you don't think I can get seven? Like it's like, you know what? He's competitive.
Yeah, he is.
He's a
He's a
competitive
competitor.
son of a bitch, bro.
He's a competitor. But yeah, we'll
Hmm.
see. I personally think he wins it this year. He should hang it up. If he doesn't, he'll give it one more shot, and then I don't know. There's nothing wrong with retiring at 44. There's nothing wrong with
Nah,
it. You don't have to be a grandpa in the
nah,
league.
bro.
So let's move on. I want to get into, since we're already on the games right now, some of the betting spreads, the over and
Oh yeah.
unders, the
Oh
money
yeah.
line. Yeah. So for the spread on the Packers and the Rams, we're going to start with that. It's actually a 7 point spread. Packers -7.
Packers -7, eh?
Yeah.
I got Rams covering the spread.
You have the Rams covering the spread.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be one of those games where Packers won by like 5 or 6. Like
Yeah.
seven's a bit of a push. I feel like the spread should have been like at a 5.5 here, and I bet comfortably with the Packers. But I feel like that extra 2 points, and based on what we've seen, it's momentum, right? Momentum plays a huge role into playoffs. I just don't think the Packers are going to cover. If I'm being honest, that's my gut
Yeah.
feeling, and I'll go with it.
You could say momentum, but then you also have to take in it's the NFL, right? And players are better when they're rested as well. So I think the Packers with fresh legs and a chance to analyze the Rams now, I think Jared Goff will be playing for sure, which was a bit of a disadvantage for the Seahawks because they kind of prepared for the backup and then ended up playing the starter. I think that the Rams will still cover the spread, but I think the Packers might win by like 6, 2
Yeah,
field
like
goals.
when I say covered, that means I feel so confident that the other team is not gonna, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
it's like I don't know what the fuck the score is gonna be, but I have the Rams covering just for the simple fact that their defense right now is playing unbelievable. And okay, like you said, rested as well for people on offense, but there's a
yeah,
whole nother side of the ball. It's
yeah,
not good for people with defense for the defenders. Like yeah, they get to rest a bit more, but I feel like they'll get thrown off
yeah,
earlier in the game, and you know how deep McVay's playbook can get. A lot of boots, a lot of play actions, and
yeah. They have
especially
to be on
Cam
top of
Akers in
it.
the running game, right? Like, what defense are we gonna see from the Packers?
They have to be on top of it, and it really is going to be
We
a
seen them crumble
reflection.
against the Bucks. The
It's going
Rams
to be
are
a
a good enough
reflection.
team to do that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be a reflection of how they prepared during the week,
yeah.
and I think the Bucks are a bit better than the Rams, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next game got the Ravens and the Bills.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I think I clapped a little too loud on the
The
fucking mic,
Ravens
bro.
and the
But
Bills.
that's an easy -2.5.
Two.
Buffalo at home. Come on, baby. I
Yeah,
got the Bills -2.5. That's not even a question, bro.
yeah.
I don't want to
I
get too deep into this. Go ahead.
now I have the Bills -2.5 as well. I think they could have even made it a -3 here, to be honest. But 2.5 is
Mm,
2.5 is a gimme, I think.
well, I'm not gonna. The reason, of course, I'm gonna have to go with my team. Like, if we're gonna
Yeah.
lose, we're gonna lose to the Chiefs. You know, I
Mhm.
don't. I've never saw us losing to any other teams. I really thought we were gonna have Steelers.
Yeah.
I underestimated the Browns. Right? Like,
Hmm.
I had them covering. Don't get me wrong. They made me some money, but I didn't think
Yeah.
like I didn't think it was gonna be like that, bro. I didn't think anyone other than Cleveland
No.
themselves. Like, it was unbelievable, bro.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I'm gonna go comfortable. I'm comfortable with -2.5 Buffalo.
Yeah. I'm comfortable with -2.5 as well.
Mm.
And then the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs
The line
-10.
is fucked. The line is so
-10.
fucked.
That's
I got
disrespectful.
Browns. I got Browns.
I think the Browns can
I'm
cover that.
yeah, I think Browns are gonna easily cover that, bro. I mean, let's be
Bro, that's
real. 10 points is too much points. I don't think I'm that confident giving the Chiefs that many points, because throughout the course of the season, for the people that are who make bets every week would know that the Chiefs always cost us money. They never cover the
yeah,
spread.
yeah,
Bet the Chiefs money line, but don't bet them spread.
yeah,
They have a bad record against the spread this year. So with that being said, 10 is plus the way Cleveland won, at least 6.5, 7, bro.
yeah. 10 is
Um,
disrespectful, bro.
yeah, I got
Yeah,
I got
it just
plus
means
10.
that Vegas really believes in the Chiefs, and I think that Cleveland should cover that spread as well. Like,
Everyone believes in the Chiefs.
yeah,
Everyone, bro.
bro, but -10 is a spread you'd give against like the Jets. Like,
Hmm.
that's the kind of team you'd give a -10,
Bro,
and the Jets might
The
even,
Jets were -17 or
yeah,
-18 against the Chiefs. I remember I
Mm,
betted on the Jets covering because, bro, that's
yeah,
just too much points.
like
The way Mahomes has been playing this year, it's like he lets the game come to him. If you're not making him think, he's gonna pick you apart slowly. It's a slow
yeah,
burn. But
yeah,
if you're picking it up like what Watson did last year, like the Texans, they had a huge lead on them before half. Once he gets locked in, there's very few people that can, if not, like no one right now, maybe Aaron Rodgers that can do what Mahomes can once he gets to that, you know what I mean?
bro.
That mental state, like he gets locked in.
I don't even think Rodgers can do it at
Nah,
Mahomes.
Rodgers can definitely can do it. Like he's choked
No,
in the spotlight a few times, but Mahomes,
bro.
like they both can do it, bro. Don't
That playoff
disrespect
run
Rodgers like
last
that.
year. No, I'm not saying that Rodgers can't do it, but not at Mahomes' level, bro. That playoff run last year, he
That was
overcame
crazy, bro.
that big deficit against the Texans and in the Super Bowl as well. He
Yeah.
did it twice. No one doubted him for a second, bro. So
Mm.
I personally don't think he's gonna get that many points. Well, as many as they're saying right here, -10, but I think they'll still win comfortably, probably like 8-point game. And the game
Mm.
is going to be what I think is the game is going to be a lot less close than the score is going to indicate.
Yeah.
You know, those games where like one
Yeah.
team dominates the game, but the score is not indicative
Yeah.
of how well they dominated the game. So
Yeah.
I think
I
it's going to be
agree.
one of those games. Just because
Yeah.
Cleveland can do a little bit with their ground game is going to
Mm-hmm.
make it the scoreboard look a bit better, but I still think the Chiefs are going to comfortably win that game.
Yeah.
And
What
then
about
the last one here, New Orleans and the Bucks. 3, -3.
this one is the hardest one out of the three, in my opinion. I honestly think so. Because I have the Bucks winning the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that I take Brady over Breeze right now at this point in the playoffs. However, it is going to be a close game. I just don't know if the spread is throwing me off and it's making me double, like,
Yeah.
reconsider who I'm going to pick. But I'm ultimately going to have to go with the underdogs, bro. I'm going to have to go with Tampa just because, fuck it, bro. I trust Tom Brady and, like, I'm not going to bet against him at this point in the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I
Even if
mean,
it's against, like, but the Saints, they've had it rough, man. They should have been in a few Super Bowls the last couple of years. They got fucked over a lot of
yeah.
times. What's to say this year's not that year? You know that they say, yo, you guys are forgetting about us.
Nah, this is
You
not
know,
that year, to be
I don't
honest.
I don't see Thomas 100%. Like he doesn't seem the same. You know, um,
I
that
don't know.
defense is shaping up pretty nice too. Yeah, like I gotta go with the Bucks. I have them. I have them
I
+3.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna talk about their opportunities to win the Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl, this is not their best opportunity because I don't think this is the best team they've put out. So
I don't think they can. I don't think the Saints can beat them 3 times in a year, bro.
nah,
The Bucks
that,
are good enough to pull one of those games, you know?
yeah, that's tough. So I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks as well.
I think this is kind of a relief for the Bucks. I
Yeah,
think they're happier that they got to play.
they
They
got
know
this.
their mistakes, right? The Saints kind of don't know what to expect. They're like, "Yo, we did what we did, and it worked those last 2 times. What's to say it's not going to work now?" You know, they can
Yeah.
go with that mentality too. It's really up for grabs at this point.
All right. Over under for the total. I'm gonna go with total points here. So Rams and the Packers. The total points is projected at 45.5 over under. It opened at 46, but they put it down to 45.5 today.
Damn, they put it under
Yeah.
46. I would have bet under. I feel like it's gonna be a rough game, a tough physical game. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a lot of points.
So you're going over or under?
I'm leaning towards under. I'm gonna go with the under for that game.
I don't see that game getting to up to 45 points total.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be under.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Unless
I
the,
was I was debating. I was
yeah,
looking it was like a coin toss for me, that one, the over under. My
Yeah.
gut's telling me to go with the under, so I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
that.
Feels like it's gonna be a bit of a stinky game.
Mm-hmm.
You know those ones like where
Yeah.
it's just yeah, it's not the best in terms of score line.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go under as well. And then the Ravens and the Bills, 50.
Over.
Yeah,
Bills
yeah,
put points up. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
This
Bills
guy's
putting
remembering.
points.
This guy's remembering that last week. But let me tell you this: if it snows, I'm going under.
It's contingent to
Personally,
the weather, yes. But
yeah,
I do think 50 and over. If it's at 50, like, because if I feel like this, because you know my score, I'll just tell you my score for this game. I have a 27-23, right?
2023.
That's
Yeah,
that's my that's my
that's
score for
50.
this game, and that's 50. So it'll be a push. So regardless, but
Yeah,
if anything, I see the Ravens maybe getting a bit closer than that, because you know who knows that run D Lamar Jackson can turn up. You know the Bills are putting up points no matter who's on the other
yeah.
side.
No,
They're
for
putting
sure.
up points. They're number one in the league in passing for a reason, right? And the weather does absolutely nothing to Josh Allen's arm. He cuts through
No, it
that
doesn't.
wind
Yeah,
like butter, bro.
yeah. No.
So I got like they practice in the cold, man. They say
Hmm.
it's colder in practice than it is in the fucking regular season games. So literally. So
Yeah,
I got plus. I got over.
I'm just thinking about it. If the Colts can put up 24, I don't see why the Ravens can't at least get 23. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the Bills will get 30, in my honest opinion. So I
Yeah.
would over in this
I
situation.
would have them 32, but I feel like there's gonna be a missed field goal because of the snow,
Yeah.
because of the wind, potentially.
Yeah.
And you know, Buffalo fucking guys, we love missing our field goals time to time.
Yeah,
So
you guys you guys
fuck.
are up.
So
Okay, the next game, the Browns and the Chiefs. I think these guys are smoking Budge, fam. 57.
under. Oh my god, bro. This game, Cleveland's gonna run down the clock. Mahomes is gonna come quick, douche, douche. That's how I see the game. You know what I mean? Like Mahomes is gonna come quick, touchdowns. Cleveland are gonna stretch the clock and they're gonna run the ball as
Yeah.
much as they can. They're gonna slowly move the chains, bro. That's how I
57,
personally
bro.
see that, bro. That is so fucked. Why do people have so much hope in the Chiefs? Like Mahomes is
Oh,
good,
man.
yes, but bro, come on, you guys.
It's a
I don't know,
playoff
man.
game. It's a playoff game. And the Browns are not
Under.
like they're not the Browns of yesterday. Like they can like hold their own ish. I'm not saying they're gonna win the game, but bro, 57 points.
Hmm.
And you had a 10 that no, you have to take this in. They had 57 with a minus 10 spread. So
That's
essentially,
fucked. They're saying it's a shootout,
yeah,
but like a shootout where it just kind of dies down after the third quarter or something.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. It's
hmm,
weird. That doesn't make sense to me.
yeah. Anyway, I'm going under with that for
Yeah.
sure. I'm going under that for sure. Then the Bucks and the Saints, 51 and a half.
Over.
Over.
These two guys, I'm pretty sure both times they covered the spread. Um,
They did, yeah.
it's going to be a shootout. This is an example of a shootout. It's a close spread. Division rivals, they know each other, so the offenses are going to be more sharper than the defense. It really comes down to which defense is going to win the game, right?
I personally think it's under for this one. I
Under?
would, yeah,
No, I'm going to go over this one.
I'm going under with this one. Yeah, I think it's going to be a relatively high scoring game, but it's not going to beat that spread. I think 51 and a half is a bit much. I could see it. I see both teams being in the 20s, and I probably see it being like a 27-23 kind of game, which is not 51 and a half. I don't believe so.
Mm,
So, yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'm
okay.
going with under.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
All right, last one, money line.
This one be quick. It's just basically who we have winning the game.
Yeah. So Rams and Packers.
Packers.
I'm agreeing with that. Bills and Ravens.
Bills.
Yeah. As much as I don't want to say it, yeah. I'm agreeing with
Mm-hmm.
that. Uh, bro, Chiefs and Browns. I don't think this is much of a question.
Chiefs.
Patrick Mahomes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The soon-to-be greatest quarterback of all time.
I
Yes.
got Tampa Bay on this one. I got
This one is
Tampa
a bit
Bay.
harder for me. This one is a bit harder for me.
I have Tampa Bay.
Man said Tampa Bay too. That's a Tampa Bay. So you think Brady's gonna have a Brady throwback playoff game?
Yes, because I trust him over Drew at this point of the season. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I do as well.
It's very
I
hard
just
to
think,
bet against him. You know what I mean?
yeah, I do as well. I just think that it's not gonna be as great of a game from him as you might think. I think
Not great. I just think he's gonna be do enough to pull it off.
I do think as well. I think Brady has that in him. He has the weapons. Although the defense is shaky, if they maintain possession of the ball, move those chains, they should win the game. And it's their
Mhm.
third time playing them, so you'd think they'd learn from their mistakes from the
Yeah.
past two. If they get beat 3 times in a row, that's embarrassing, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. It would
So,
be.
yeah, that's who I'm going with.
Arians versus Peyton's gonna be a fun matchup to watch. Like see which offensive minds work better. Right.
Yeah. I think Bruce just has more weapons, though,
I
no?
don't think Bruce should go to his bread and butter though. I think he
Yeah.
should go to stick with what I think he should stick with Brady's offense.
Yeah, what works for
Dump
Brady.
offs. Yeah, well, whatever
Yeah.
works for Brady, gotta go for that. You gotta thug it out. You know what I mean?
hmm
Get
Yeah.
yourself a ring. Get yourself a ring, bro.
Yeah. If Arians can get to the Super Bowl, although I don't think he will, if he can get to the
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl, then that's a good accomplishment for him. And it just shows what he can do when he has a solid team, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's your parlay of the week, bro?
So I'm just
Guys, the parlay
writing all
master.
these people. You know what I mean? If you guys want to know, ask my broski here. He knows he helps me out with some of the bets. I do fairly well. I'd say I'm like
Guys,
60% for the year against the spread. 60, maybe 55 to 60, anywhere between there. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not good.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. It's okay. No, but you only need those couple bets that when you those big dollars, you know what I mean? So you're cooling.
This is kind of how I do it. So essentially, I have Packers money line. I have them under, and I have them 6.5. Out of which three are you most comfortable with? What's the most realistic outcome?
Money line.
Money line, right?
Mhm.
So let's go there. Go
Oh,
Packer
is
money line.
Betway 6.5
Yeah, Betway 6.5 too. Are you on
on the
FanDuel
score? It's 7.
on the score 7?
Yeah,
Nah, I got Packers money
yeah.
line.
I was looking at the spreads on the score still.
Yeah, that's for the scores betting app though. It's not open for it's not open in Canada yet. It's only like
Okay.
Colorado or New Jersey, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, Bills minus 2.5
Yeah, that's the same.
over or the odds are one 1.9
Yeah.
for over. I think I'm gonna go with that. I feel the safest with
hmm
with the over. Who
hmm
do you
Yeah.
got for the Chiefs?
What's the odds for the money line?
Odds for money line?
hmm
Think it's 1.11 if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. No, it's 1.69.
Yeah, I think you have to go with the over on that one.
I think over makes the most sense, right? We want to stretch our money a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
And
Can't get too greedy though. That's where you fuck up with the
yeah,
parlays when we get too greedy,
too greedy.
right?
Yeah. You think you have everything down. Chiefs and Browns. If I'm looking at the three, what are the odds for under? Or if not for under,
Under and point spread are the same. So I think I'm just gonna go point spread because I don't think Chiefs are gonna cover 10.
What's the point spread? I
No,
mean, what's
actually,
the
sorry,
odds?
sorry, sorry. I'm going under.
What's the
Under
odds?
57. 1.95. I was mixing the over and the under. I'm going under for that one.
The under is 1.95, and then
Yeah,
what's the spread?
1.87 for Browns
Oh,
plus
yeah.
10.
I
Right?
think
It
I
just makes more sense,
yeah,
right?
I think I'd go under as well.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't make sense to go Chiefs money line because they're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna win that. Okay, this is the game.
I'm
This is
going Bucks 2.40 money line.
is it 2.4?
Yeah.
That no, that's a good money line. I can't even lie.
You know what I mean? I had them based off my notes, what I've been talking about. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say one thing and go against my word. This
yeah.
is what I think, and let's see. Um,
2.4.
that's a fourfold right there. So essentially 4 picks.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I can't add anything else from any other game. It's 4 pick, my blazing four.
What does it come out to?
So if I put down 50, I'm making $591, which is not the best, but
Yeah.
for 4 picks, you get a good
That's
amount of change.
and I would say those are I don't know. The playoffs, the Seahawks did me dirty last week. So I don't want to say those are safer
Let's go
picks.
25 each. You down?
I'm about it. I'm about it.
25 each?
I'm about it.
Yeah, I'm
Those
about
are
that. Split the
those
pot with like 225 each,
I'm about
roughly.
it. I'm about it.
Maybe a little
Bro,
bit
as
more.
long as another Seahawks doesn't happen,
Yeah.
man,
So
those
you
guys,
okay with that?
yeah, I'm about it.
Packers money line, Bills over, Kansas
Yeah.
City under, Tampa money line.
So Packers, yeah, Bills over, yeah.
Or you
Under.
trying to go 50 each, and the
No, I'm not.
outcome is 1100.
I'm not on that still.
The outcome's
I'm
1100.
not on that still.
Allow it for the first podcast. Let these guys
No,
believe in us first before we start
good,
making some fucking
fam.
wild
I'm
picks.
good,
But
fam. Next week,
yeah, okay.
the
But you're down for
conference.
50, right?
Yeah, yeah, 25 each in
All
it.
right, say less, bro.
I'm about it.
Boom, bets placed down, fam.
All right, broski. I think after that, I think that's wraps it up for today. To be honest, bro.
You wrote down who you had winning, all
Yeah,
your picks and everything. I got mine too. We'll come back next week Wednesday,
yeah,
or depending when we put this podcast up. And
bro. I think we had the same picks for
not gonna
win.
lie, yeah, we did. It was it's a little similar, but I think we
My
disagreed on.
the under for Tampa Bay
You had them
under.
under. I had them
You
over.
come over, yeah. So I guess that's the only thing. We can come back to that one next week because
Soft.
everything was
Essentially this was 4 games, and we're just trying to stretch it out, talk as much as we can about each team, kind of,
yeah.
reminisce, because bro, NFL season, it's coming to an end, man, and it's hard times, bro. I really miss the NFL, man. When it comes to like the summer times, I wish there was a Bills game on to like
Yeah,
watch or something. But I
I
mean,
have
the
one.
off season is going to be interesting. Maybe next week we can talk about potential draft picks, our top 10
Yeah,
mock drafts. I know you're
mhm,
big into college football as well too. I
yeah,
am, bro. I love college football.
yeah.
If not
No,
as interesting as NFL. But
I think it's
NFL
more.
playoffs are just, it's
Yeah,
more
I think
fun.
college is more. More
It's
exciting.
more exciting. Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
exciting. Crazy over unders, crazy spreads,
yeah,
a lot of upsets. That's why people love college football, right? There's
yeah,
any college sport, even college basketball. There's a lot of upsets,
yeah,
and I don't know.
yeah. But I think that's it for today. Wrapping things up. Thanks to everyone who tuned into the podcast. Continue to follow us for any updates. Follow us on our socials. We're going to have them in the description of the video. And then you guys can just hit us there. Anytime there's a new podcast, we'll upload it and then let you guys know. And stay tuned for more big things coming 2021.
2021, you guys ain't ready, bro.
Not
This
at all.
podcast was long overdue, fam. A lot of people been hitting me up. If you guys don't believe me, just go check out my Twitter, MANSORN_. You can catch me over there. You know what I mean? I have my pinned tweet there. And as soon as this video gets posted, I'm gonna slap that on it and you know,
Done, fam.
give the
Done.
people what they've been waiting for, fam.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Gotta come correct. Well,
Oh
all right. We'll
man.
catch you guys on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in, and see you guys later.
Easy.